If you've hit your 40s or 50s and are still trying to cut calories and up your cardio to lose that stubborn weight, I hate to say it, but you've been lied to. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that because I've been you. As a certified personal trainer, menopausal metabolism, and advanced female hormones coach, I talk to women every day who are doing all the right things. They're watching their carbs, they're pushing through workouts, they're skipping dessert, and yet nothing's working. The truth is, that old weight loss formula that worked in your 20s and 30s stops working after 40. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your body is playing by a completely different set of rules. It's like trying to beat your kid or your grandkid at Chutes and Ladders, and they keep changing and making up the rules as they go along, and you don't have a chance. No wonder it feels impossible. And unless you learn how to work with your hormones instead of against them, every effort you make is gonna feel like you're swimming upstream. But once you make this shift, the one that I'm about to show you, weight loss will start to feel easier and sustainable for once. It has, for the hundreds of women I've coached before you found me. And you don't have to starve yourself, sacrifice your social life, or give up your favorite foods to make it happen. I promise. If your heart's been heavy, if you're tired of feeling like a stranger in your own body, like something's off, and you're ready to finally understand what's actually been going on beneath the surface, then stay with me. First of all, let me start this by being completely honest with you. Everything I just told you and will tell you, nobody sat me down and explained this. Instead, I was constantly bombarded with people trying to sell me something. Another pill, another program, another miracle shot. I mean, my inbox still gets flooded with 3 to 5 emails a day promising some off-label drug that'll make me skinny without even trying. I know it's not the right way to go, but when you're in the dark, it's frustrating, and honestly, it's exhausting. My name is Jill, and when I turned 40, it felt like someone flipped a switch inside me, and not in a good way. Suddenly, I was battling belly bloat, food guilt, body shame, and a constant feeling of being out of control. And honestly, I struggled with my weight and body image for most of my life. But that's our society that we live in, right? There were nights that I'd cry alone in the bathroom after fighting with my husband, not because of what he said, but because of how I felt about myself. I just thought my metabolism was broken. I thought maybe my body was ruined after my pregnancies or after a massive spinal injury I had endured. At one point, out of sheer desperation and self-pity, I even walked into a med spa, signed on the dotted line for liposuction, and hoped that would finally fix things. It didn't. It made everything worse. Physically and emotionally, it was one of the biggest regrets of my life. But looking back, I see why I felt so desperate. Because I was doing everything right, and still my body felt like it was betraying me. And I'll be honest, there was a moment I remember I sat on the floor of my closet, clothes that didn't fit me anymore were everywhere. I tried so hard to hold back the tears, wondering if I'd ever feel like the old me again. That's when I knew something had to change. That's when I stopped following cookie cutter advice and started educating myself about the real science behind women's bodies, especially after 40. I dove deep into the science, earning multiple certifications and gathering everything I could to truly understand the female body after 40. Today, I'm certified in menopausal metabolism and advanced female hormones. I'm a NASM certified personal trainer, and I've mastered and teach 5 distinct nutrition coaching methods. Because there's no one-size-fits-all diet that works for every woman. And aren't we all a little ADHD these days anyways? So these 3 areas that I specialize in, hormones, strength training, and balanced nutrition, have become the foundation of my Empowered Fitness Mastery coaching program, a method that has proudly evolved with years of study, trial, and transformations. It's not just what worked for me, it's helped hundreds of women over 40 to finally start seeing results, not just on the scale, but in their energy, their mood, their confidence, and even improved relationships. You know, there's still a huge gap in what most women are told and what's actually going on inside their bodies. What no one tells us is that after 40, your body doesn't just slow down. It shifts dramatically in ways that we aren't warned about. Our hormones change rapidly. Our metabolism responds differently. And the blueprint we've been using, eat less, move more, take a pill for this and that. Even if it worked before, it won't anymore because your biology isn't the same anymore. You see, estrogen isn't just a female reproductive hormone. It actually helps regulate how your body stores and burns fat, especially around your belly, hips, and thighs. So when estrogen begins to drop during perimenopause and through postmenopause, your metabolism doesn't just slow down, it gets disoriented. Your body gets confused. It holds on to fat more easily, loses muscle more quickly, and it gets hypersensitive to mental stress, as well as the stress of overtraining, undereating, and erratic sleep. Which means if you keep trying to lose weight the same way you did in your 20s and 30s, you're not just spinning your wheels, you're actively making it harder to lose weight. And that was my reality too. Before I understood this, before I tried everything out of pure desperation, I thought my body was broken. I thought that was the problem, but it wasn't. I wasn't broken. And neither were the hundreds of women I've helped since. And I can guarantee you, you're not broken either. The problem was the outdated approach I was using. Anyone else a child of the 80s? You know, once I started working with hundreds of women just like you, I saw the same pattern. Smart, capable women following broken advice and then blaming themselves when it didn't work. That's why I stopped chasing more discipline and started teaching a method that actually honors what's happening inside our bodies. When I think about it, I'd say that the moment things clicked for me was when I stopped trying to fix my body and started working with it. Because the problem is not your age, it's not your willpower, it's not your diet, it's your hormonal makeup. And it's the way that it shifts after 40. Inside my Empowered Fitness Mastery coaching program, everything we do is built around that. I don't hand you a one-size-fits-all plan and hope it sticks. We decode your body signals, your symptoms, your patterns, your frustrations, and then we build your custom roadmap around it. That's why we have 5 different nutrition tracks. That's why nobody else's long-term fitness programming will be identical to yours. That's why cardio is phased intelligently and not obsessively. Because everything we do is designed to work with your hormones, not against them, so that your body can finally respond the way you've been hoping it would. Now, here's the best part. I have a handful of openings on my calendar this week for free one-on-one custom game plan calls for women who are tired of guessing. This isn't a generic discovery call. It's a custom 45-minute session with me where I'll personally help you map out the fastest, most aligned path to your goals. We'll look at your symptoms, your history, your current patterns, and together we'll uncover what's really been holding you back. You'll walk away with a crystal clear understanding of why your body is resisting change, even if you're doing all the right things, insight into which hormonal patterns are secretly dictating your weight, energy, and cravings, and a custom game plan tailored to your biology and what brings you joy. Not some cookie cutter advice from a 25-year-old influencer who's never been in your shoes. Imagine finally knowing what's actually causing your plateau and having a step-by-step action plan that finally gets the scale moving, getting your energy coming back, and seeing in the mirror a reflection of the amazing woman that you are. That's what this call is about. We're going to focus on giving you real clarity because I remember what it was like to feel completely lost in my own body, and I never want another woman to feel that way. In this call, I'll be helping you shortcut the confusion and finally get answers. I've already helped hundreds of women over 40 finally feel like themselves again. So if you've been watching this and thinking, maybe she's right. Maybe what she's saying is why nothing has worked long-term for me. Then I'd love to invite you to book one of these free one-on-one custom game plan calls while they're still available. And if things align and if we feel like a great fit, then we can talk about what it's like to work with me as your coach and explore some different options together. This call is truly about giving you clarity first, not pushing you into some cookie cutter program or passing you off to a coach that isn't me. It's a chance for us to connect on a real level, to explore what's really going on in your body, what's been keeping you stuck, and what the most aligned path forward looks like for you, based on your hormones, based on your goals, and based on your lifestyle. These calls are free for now, And they're also extremely limited because I want to keep them personal. If you're the kind of woman who's committed, coachable, and ready to finally understand her body, then go ahead and click the button below to book your spot. Oh, and while you're imagining what that conversation might look like, how it could finally shift things for you, I want you to picture waking up one morning and realizing something's different. Things are changing for the better. Not because of another strict plan or punishing workout, but because for once, you're working with your body. You feel lighter, your jeans fit better, and you're actually proud of the woman in the mirror. That's what this call unlocks. You wake up in the morning and your clothes fit better, the scale isn't your enemy anymore, and you start to finally feel the change in your mood, your energy, your confidence. There's no more guessing, no more Googling or being confused by Instagram trends, no more wasting your time on things that don't work for women like us, because this time you're following a plan that's built around your body, a game plan that we will make for your unique biology. That's exactly what this call gives you. It's a one-on-one space to uncover the hormonal and lifestyle patterns behind your resistance, to finally understand what's been holding you back, and to walk away with a custom action plan built from the same empowered fitness mastery methods that have helped hundreds of women like you lose weight, feel stronger, and reclaim their confidence without extreme dieting, giving up wine nights, or tons of cardio. And on top of that, I'm offering these game plan calls completely free for now. But I can't do that forever. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels, click below and let's get your plan in place. Just to be sure it's clear, this isn't some recorded webinar or download and forget guide. This is real one-on-one 45 minutes of time with me to dig into your story, your symptoms, your patterns, and finally make sense of why your body isn't responding and what to do about it. This isn't for everyone. It's for the action takers. I'm only offering a handful of these custom game plan calls this week because I really want to give each woman my full attention and energy. And truthfully, these calls are worth hundreds of dollars, because the clarity you'll walk away with can shortcut years of frustration. But right now, you don't need to pay a cent. Just show up ready to be honest and open, ready to get answers, and ready to be guided toward the natural path your body's been trying to lead you down all along. Because the longer you wait, the harder it is to get yourself unstuck. And the truth is, your body can change, but you have to meet it halfway. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Book your game plan call now, because the door's open, but it won't stay that way for long. It's time to put you first.